Today's top news headlines. Tension grips Sora over mega food park plan, band imposed. Hindi will be made compulsory in northeast states till class 10, says Amit Shah. And Sana Lebak drew drops made from groundwater, says official. A very good evening and welcome to Pony Television English News at 7 p.m. I'm Loving RIMAI giving you the latest news update. Tension gripped Sora area after a team of officials tried to take up land demarcation work for construction of a proposed mega food park at 44 YTB local. The officials faced stiff opposition from the local residents, resulting in a standoff. Cops fired several rounds to control the angry crowd. The 44 YTB local Farmers Landowners Department Association has urged the Manipur government to stop taking up any type of development project in the said area. The residents has imposed a ban in Sora area as a mark of protest against the mega food park plan. They burned tires to block roads during the strike. No untoward incidents were reported. Union Home Minister Amit Shah on Thursday said that Hindi will now be made compulsory in all 8 northeastern states up to class 10. The Home Minister added that more attention must be paid to Hindi examinations. 22,000 Hindi teachers have been recruited in the 8 states of the northeast, Shah said. 9 tribal communities of the northeast have converted their dialect scripts to Devanagari. At the 37th meeting of the Parliamentary Official Language Committee in New Delhi, Shah said that now the time has come to make the official language an important part of the unity of the country. The Home Minister described Hindi as the language of India and said it should be used by citizens from different states to communicate with each other. Hindi should be accepted as an alternative to English and not to local languages, he said, according to a press release by the Ministry of Home Affairs. While India does not have a national language, Hindi is the official language of the country. Shah added that Prime Minister Narendra Modi had decided that the medium of running the government will be Hindi, which will further increase the language's importance. He said that 70% of the cabinet agenda is now prepared in Hindi. The Home Minister recommended that the Hindi dictionary be republished after integrating local words from other languages as a means to propagate the official language. Shah approved the 11th volume of the Official Language Committee report to be sent to the President of India. He also recommended that an implementation committee be constituted after meeting with all concerned secretaries to ensure the implementation of all 11 reports. Sana Lebak Drew Drops packaged drinking water jar has been in the limelight following detection by the Food Safety Administration Cell Imphal West that it has been selling the product made from underground water. Disclosing this to media at the Office of Medical Directorate, Lumphil on Friday, FSACIM designation officer Brojendro Khabar said that the license was issued to Bikram Sharma, proprietor of so-called Sana Lebak Drew Drops from the Kwakaitil Tangjom Lerug under Food Safety and Standard Authority of Imphal West. He said the license was meant for retailer business and not for packaged drinking water business. It has been come to the notice of the Food Safety Administration Cell, Imphal, that a 20-liter Sana Lebak Drew Drops packaged drinking water jar was selling in the market. There is no ISI mark on the jar, and when the Food Safety and Standard Authority Imphal West conducted a test on the water quality, it was found that the owner was not using treated pipe water under Public Health Engineering Department. Brojendro Khabar said action will be taken against Bikram Singh for selling harmful bottled water product.
Packaged drinking water manufactured over Haibase under the Food Safety Act rules and regulations. Number 1 point. Ani subada retailer oigataba mahakna packaged drinking water 20 liter jar mamingna Sana Lebak Dew Drop haina tholi maki packaged drinking water 20 liter jar se Hairiba Sana Lebak 20 Sana Lebak Dew Drop 20 liter jar haidana tawraga masi market ta yonba themnajarapani aduga mahakna level ga magi level declaration da chu packaged drinking water with added minerals and haigadabaga packaging drinking water haidapa packaged drinking water haidigi mohta packaging drinking water haidana pali masi under the food safety rules and regulations da packaging haidu wahi silite.
3 new coronavirus infections were reported in Manipur on Friday. With 0 deaths reported in the same hours, the death toll stands at 2,120. The COVID-19 tally reached 137,146. As per the Manipur COVID-19 Command Control Room, the positivity rate was recorded at 0.9%. The COVID-19 Command Control Room also said a total of 323 samples were tested in the past 24 hours. With an objective of witnessing the beautiful creation of God and to explore the unexplored places, a combined staff and members of RIMAI Baptist Churches Council Center Church Imphal, Tarung RBCC CCI organized a 3-day-long outreach program from April 4 to 6. The team visited Sempang village, which is the first ever RIMAI village that has converted into Christianity many hundred years ago. Visiting team and the villagers had an evening worship service at the Sempang Baptist Church, where sharing of gospel sermon by RBCC CCI Deacon Rapan Riamay, presentation of special song and prayer were the main highlights of the evening program. The team also visited a beautiful place called Sempang Taulingpek, which is about a kilometer away from the village, and later they also explored the Sempang Kauduang or Barak waterfall before returning to Imphal. Leader of the visiting team, who is also the pastor of RBCC Center Church Imphal, Tarung Reverend Jaujian Gangmei, expressed that taking time out to witness the wonderful creation of God is a good thing. He also said that the Sempang Kauduang or the Barak waterfall has many significant historical attachments with the RIMAI communities. If anybody wants to explore the beautiful waterfall, which has divided 3 spots, they are welcome, stated the pastor, adding that the Sempang villagers are ready for any help.
Imphal staff, we make a tour to visit this beautiful creation of God and unexplored, and we not just visiting the place but to appreciate the beauty of God's creation. And I would like to say something about this place also. In our tradition, we have wisest man named Asa, and this is the place where he used to, I don't know, coppersmith or blacksmith work.
Saplings were planted and food items distributed to the inmates of Children's Home on Friday to mark the 42nd Foundation Day of Bharatiya Janata Party BJP in Jirbam district. Saplings were planted at Lamlongkaitil Jurigat High School compound and 50-bedded Jiribam Hospital, and food items were provided to Jingdong Children's Home. Taking part in the program, BJP Manipur Pradesh General Secretary K. Sarat Kumar Singh recalled that BJP was founded under the leadership of Atal Bihari Vajpayee and Deen Dayan Upadhyay. He said the party has become the biggest political party now. Sarat also mentioned that BJP landed a thumping victory in Manipur Assembly polls 2022, winning 32 seats out of 60. Jiribam BJP Mandal President O. Brajamani, Jiribam BJP Mandal Mahila Morcha President A. Aruna Devi and BJP workers attended the event.
The Bharatiya Janata Party bu nungsividana Manipur ki praja miyamna sit humpugi manungda kunthani thui phangdana tana tasengba BJP ngata ki sarkar ekhoi lingnabagi shakti pibirakpa sigi damakta Bharatiya Janata Party ki Kalikata Singh, Karmi Singh, Rugalona, Manipur Pradesh ki Ikai Khumnajaribi, Simati Sarda Devi, Mahaki Lising Makhada, Adugal, Sri N. Biren Singh, Makwe Anigi, Lising Makhada, Manipuda, Amukta Toki de Monga, landslide victory Fangana, Ekoi, Fugiman, the Contani Pangbasa, Masimak, Ekoi Bharatiya Janata Party bu, Manipur Praja Singh Yari, Eduga Bharati Prajapuna Magna, election, Pangtoki State, Manga, Eduki Manunga. State Marida landslide victory pidana BJP ngakana sason tonobagi chance pibi basimak koi khwaidigen live khabani.
NSCN-IM has expressed gratitude to people, institutions and organizations for their prayers, support and the love for Twingaleng Muiva. The NSCN-IM leader was airlifted from Hebron camp to a hospital in Dimapur last month after some health complaints. He was treated at Christian Institute of Health Sciences and Research CIHSR in Dimapur. However, it was not known the exact nature of his health issues. NSCN-IM on Thursday expressed gratitude to the Christian Institute of Health Sciences and Research CIHSR, the Nagaland state government, various civil society organizations, prayer groups, individuals, well-wishers and Nagas across Nagaland and beyond for the love and support shown to the Honorable Ato Kilonser T.H. Muiva with the earnest desire that he is back to active life as demanded by the political exigency. It said that everything is in God's hand and let us keep praying for him so that he remains strong mentally and physically to help him carry out the task to meet the political aspirations of the Naga people, NSCN-IM added. Serto Tondana Kom, a social researcher, said crores of rupees could be saved if a movement on non-submission of utilization certificate begins just as the war on drugs initiated by the Manipur government. He believed such a movement could bring a huge change in Manipur. Speaking to the media at a press club at Manipur Press Club today, he talked about the report tabled in Manipur Assembly on March 25 by the State Finance and Comptroller and Auditor General of India that 39 departments were unable to submit utilization certificates, resulting in failure of revenue collection amounting to around rupees 9,999.27 crore. He also said that the state financial report is really poor and that all the concerned ministers should be held responsible for the poor performance.
Adugi matamdudagi 2019 phawa yinglakpa matamdadi progressive average haiduna economics ki londa dhaiba tare ko adugi average da hotpa taba haibdi percentage di holakpa yadabani na adugi to yinglakpa matamda sida leire sigi progressive average haiba se sida chawrakna yingba matamda 2019 da progressive average da 44.38 ama yam niem na leiram gani aba serial number 2 da sigi serial number 2 da piri base karino haiba matam da 44.38 se adugi matam nu da phajana outstanding leitabagi makoina pikat lambagi average ne aba sida piri base adu last da ai gi sida serial number 11 da 7,888.87 leibagi maram se sina chaurang na yinglak pa matam da sarkar gi average se sup ya yadre haibagi mami.
On April 9, Lamjungber Hospital and Medical Research Institute Private Limited will provide free treatment and medicines to journalists, said Amju. Medicine Department, Gynecology Department, General Surgery, Orthopedic Department, Dermatology Department, and Psychiatric Department will also give 50% off to the media persons, informed All Manipur Working Journalists Union, Amju. Ritual of cleaning Koyol Tebi Tesa Wakong was performed recently at Moirang Ngangka Kundon in Bishnupur district. The ritual has been performing since the time of Moirang King Ponglen Hanba to bring a prosperous Moirang. It is believed Ibudo Tangjing indicated that if Tesaba Wakong was cleaned with Kuyol, Moirang King will live a long life and that the ritual would bring development in Moirang. Local MLA Th Santi inaugurated a memorial stone at the occasion. MLA Th Santi emphasized on the importance of protecting and preserving culture and making Moirang a better constituency.
unong songa ganin sukhanjai aduna masi tawina ba ayang kuba kuchi amta
As of now, there is no proposal for recommending Whistling Village, Kongtong, in the East Khasi Hills of Meghalaya as a geographical indication. As of April 4, 2022, the Office of Geographical Indications Registry has registered 35 geographical indications applications from the northeastern region of India. 2 geographical applications, that is Memong Narang and Khasi Mandarin, have been registered in the state of Meghalaya. This information was given by the Ministry of Development of Northeastern Region, G. Kishan Reddy, in a written reply in the Rajya Sabha yesterday. Over 100 priests from across Nagaland on Thursday celebrated the Chrism Mass and observed the Priesthood Day at the St. Mary's Cathedral Church in Kohima. The Chrism Mass is a liturgy that is always celebrated at the Cathedral Church of the diocese, presided over by the bishop. During the celebration, Most Reverend Dr. James Topil, the Bishop of Kohima, lauded the priests for their commitment and dedication in taking forward the ministry of the church. The bishop also thanked the faithfuls of the church for their support and encouragement in keeping the morale of the priests high. Johnny Ruangmei, president of the Catholic Association of Nagaland, CAN, said that a priest and the priesthood is what no one can fully understand or comprehend. A total of 130 priests from across the state gathered to celebrate the Priesthood Day. On the day, the oils of catechumen, chrism, and oil for the sick are given to the priests to carry it back to the parishes. Nonay Battalion, under the aegis of Headquarters 22 Sector Assam Rifles and Inspectors General of Assam Rifles East, organized a painting competition for the young talents at Tupul village with an aim to foster bonhomie and encourage the young generation to choose the right careers. The motive of the competition was to evolve and identify the young talents and providing them opportunities in various spheres of life. A total of 30 children participated in the competition. The children were also provided with all required stationery for painting or sketching. All necessary precautions and measures regarding COVID-19 were strictly followed during the conduct of the events. Now let's take a short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Karigumba dom yumda laiba anaba singi hidak kappa dressing tauba blood sample loba rice tube hapa catheterization hapa enema tobinaba experience lairaba nurse amati doctor thibada awaba thengnabirabadi wabiraganu Medland Home Nursing Care Service Manipurna pung kunmari chukna adom yumda latuna hidak kappa injection piba dressing tauba feeding tube hapa catheter hapa amadi makhal kya ge anaba sing experience lairaba doctor amadi nursing tuna mating pangzari akupa marol gi damak Medland gi helpline number 9205987988 amukasu 9205987988 ta call tawna tanabiu natraga Google Play Store gi Medland app download tawna booking tawi.
Welcome back after the break. Nonei Battalion of Assam Rifles under the aegis of Headquarters 22 Sector Assam Rifles and Inspector General Assam Rifles East organized a free medical camp at Community Health Center, Numba Village, with an objective of building a healthier world for everyone, keeping in mind the problems faced by the remote villages due to the COVID-19 pandemic and common menaces of monsoon season affecting the local populace. Nonei Battalion organized a free medical camp and provided medical assistance and also distributed medicines to the villages at Village Numba and surrounding areas. The free medical camp commenced with an informative lecture on justice for health, where locals were enlightened on basic healthcare issues, including precautions against viral diseases like malaria, cholera, typhoid, dengue, and COVID-19. A dedicated medical team of the battalion under Chief Medical Officer CMO and the doctors of Community Health Center Numba were also present for the treatment of villages and for better coordination of all the activities on ground. A total of 145 civilian, 50 male, 70 female, and 25 children were given treatment and were distributed free medicines. Mizoram is currently facing an acute shortage of petrol and diesel following a dispute over transportation costs between an oil company and a Mizoram-based oil transporters forum. The shortage came amid the reopening of schools in the state. A minister, however, said on Thursday that the oil supply will resume and is expected to get normal soon. Mizoram imports petrol and diesel mostly from Assam. Supply has been disrupted since 1st April when Mizoram IOCL Transporters Forum MITF launched an agitation refusing to transport oil at a rate fixed by Indian Oil Corporation Limited IOCL and demanded a hike. The forum also blocked other private transporters to transport petrol and diesel to the state. The forum chairman K. Lalgaliana said that the IOCL has recently fixed the transportation cost at a rate lower than in 2016. He said that the new rate was not acceptable for the local transporters as they have been incurring significant losses with the existing rate since 2016. He said that the forum held discussions with the oil company on several occasions to settle the dispute, but to no avail. Shanghai, the global financial hub and China's biggest city, has become the epicenter of COVID-19 cases in the country as it set a record of 6 straight days of logging around 20,000 cases as the city cramped up mass testing to tackle the rapid spread of the Omicron variant. The Chinese mainland reported 1,284 new locally transmitted COVID-19 cases, including 322 in Shanghai on Wednesday, China's National Health Commission reported on Thursday. Wednesday also saw 21,784 new asymptomatic cases, including 19,660 in Shanghai, it said. Shanghai, with a population of about 26 million, which remained under lockdown for several days, has already conducted 3 rounds of mass testing. Shanghai's latest caseloads have established it as China's new epicenter for the latest outbreak, pushing the national caseload to 22,995, Hong Kong-based South China Morning Post newspaper reported. The outbreak in Shanghai, caused by the highly transmissible Omicron variant of COVID-19, is becoming so serious that the city's ruling Communist Party sent an open letter to rally members to help frontline health workers in the quest to find and snuff out the disease, the report said. It was the second letter which, since March 24, by cadres in the city where the party was established a century ago. People infected with SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19, have an increased risk of developing serious blood clots for up to 6 months after the infection, even in mild cases, according to a study published in the BMJ. The researchers found out an increased risk of deep vein thrombosis, a blood clot in the leg up to 3 months after COVID-19 infection, pulmonary embolism, a blood clot in the lung up to 6 months, and a bleeding event up to 2 months. They also show a higher risk of events in patients with underlying conditions, patients with more severe COVID-19, and during the first pandemic wave compared with the second and third waves. The researchers from Umeå University in Sweden noted that these results support measures to prevent thrombotic events, especially for high-risk patients, and strengthen the importance of vaccination against COVID-19. Sports Ministry will spend 190 crore rupees on the training of athletes and equipment for the upcoming Commonwealth and Asian Games 2022. The ministry has finalized the annual calendar of training and competitions for 33 sports disciplines and earmarked a sum of 259 crore rupees for the financial year 2022-2023 as assistance to various national sports federations. The budget has been decided based on detailed discussions with 33 national sports federations on their planned competition and training calendar for 2022-23. Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Anurag Thakur said the government has taken note of the plans and proposals of training and competitions submitted by national sports federations for 2022-23, and particularly with regard to the forthcoming Commonwealth Games, Asian Games, and Para-Asian Games. He further stated that these funds will not be a constraint for the preparations of the athletes and that the ministry will provide all necessary help and support to the players and sports federations. He also advised the players and teams to fully focus on their training and put in their best performance and make the country proud by winning a maximum number of medals at the forthcoming events. The Indian women's hockey team is set to take on the world #1, the Netherlands, in their next set of FIH Pro League matches, which starts at the Kalinga Stadium in Bhubaneswar, Odisha tomorrow. The last time both teams faced each other was during the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 in their group stage match, where India lost 1-5 to the Netherlands. Hosts India are currently placed 4th on the points table with 12 points. The Netherlands are on the top of the pool table with 17 points. Sagolmang Veteran Football Development Organization organized 3rd Foundation Day 2022 on Thursday. MLATH Lokeshwar Singh was the chief guest of the program. Sorok Haibam Ibomcha Meitei distributed shawls to local elders as a token of love during the program.
한층은 짧게 아와 사는 거라고 말하고 issue that is that you don't go to the Yaya. No, I didn't know. The Smanata was Smanata money, Shaka Smanata would go with a sick kind of a company, Saka money, Smanata is not and then that he will get to the issue the Shaka and Kaka. But I love that I had about Mount Football City. I might have a kind of a about to come and go fever, Smanata, say to me, people of Canada, so what happened to name a couple of you. Any like I can all the crowd in the Halamutina, Echo, Sherman, the way you are the city
Before we wrap up with today's bulletin, the top news headlines once again. Tension grips Sora over mega food park plan, banned imposed. Hindi will be made compulsory in northeast states till class 10, says Amit Shah. And Sana Lebak drew drops made from groundwater, says official. And that is the end of today's English Bulletin at 7 p.m. Thank you for watching.